Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of the Wandering Skeletons podcast. I'm here with me, George. I have Reese and Bryant, as always. And yeah, I feel like I should get some kind of like an audio board or something. It's too quiet when I introduce you guys. I need like laughter or applause, you know?
Oh no.
Introducing. That would
Yeah.
suck.
What?
I can't
It
believe
would,
we're on episode 4, to be honest.
yeah. Considering
Making
how lazy we
progress.
are. Yeah.
Hey, don't think it that way. We're doing it. That's what counts.
That's true. Hey, well, I don't know. Like doing all this podcast stuff, it reminds me. I thought we could talk about old YouTubers. You know, I don't know. Now that we're I don't know. I don't think we could consider ourselves YouTubers. We're like just a bunch of retards recording ourselves.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's
What do you have to do in order to be really considered a YouTuber? Do you think? Like, do you have to be successful or like?
I'd say at least hit like 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah, it's got to be like your job type of thing.
But what about people like? Have you seen those channels that are like, oh, subscribe to me for no reason, and they have like 100,000 subscribers or some crap? Like that Justin Y dude. You know that Justin Y dude who used to just like get subscribers by making like comments and stuff?
Really?
No, but I know what you're
Like,
talking about.
I don't think he's a YouTuber. I don't think you can
Yeah.
consider him a YouTuber, but he has definitely more than 10,000 subscribers.
I'll
Well,
just
if
say
they're
it's your job.
Yeah.
If it's your job, I guess,
But like,
yeah.
you could like also like side job too, because I feel like you could be a YouTuber making good content and then also be working, I don't know, McDonald's or 9 to 5 too.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Hmm.
Well, so are we YouTubers? Is that what?
No.
I don't
No.
know.
No.
No. I
Okay,
don't think
we're
we're
not
consistent enough to be YouTubers
Yeah.
yet.
No, we aren't. We like posted 2 episodes and then dipped for like a month. So I don't
Maybe in
think
the
YouTubers
future.
do that. Yeah, in the future maybe, yeah. But yeah, old YouTubers. I don't know why I was thinking about this earlier this week. I was just kind of I think it was some Instagram meme I saw. It was like some old clip of this Minecraft YouTuber I used to watch, and I just started thinking about all the old guys I used to watch, and I don't know, like I guess the question now is like looking back at everything you guys have watched, are you embarrassed by anything you watch? Because I kind of am. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. I was just thinking about everything I watched. I was like, oh,
What would you be embarrassed by?
uh, I know this was the topic, but I kind of don't want to talk about it, honestly. You
Uh,
guys go first. You guys have to open up first before I say anything.
I mean, I guess the main one for me would be, would Markiplier count? Because I still watch him, but a while ago he was a completely different person.
Yeah, no, I think he would. I mean, yeah, just like YouTubers used to watch. I used to watch PewDiePie, and then I still watch him. And yeah, he's a completely different person.
Yeah.
You know?
So it'd have to be probably just Markiplier. I don't remember anyone when I was younger.
You don't remember anyone? Oh, well, granted, if I'm being honest, a lot of the things I'm remembering, I probably couldn't tell you the names of the YouTubers. I just remember like what the
Oh,
videos were
just
about.
the
and stuff.
content.
Yeah. Like what
Huh.
content did you guys like watch basically when you were little?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna be honest. My parents didn't let me watch YouTube, so very
Oh
often.
yeah.
So the few times I did, I majority watched. There's this channel called F2 Freestylers. There's like a soccer channel that did like crazy tricks and stuff, and I loved it.
Oh, I heard. Didn't those guys like they all like they don't make content anymore, right?
Yeah, it was two guys, and they kind of split off because one of them's a hole. So
Yeah.
I watched them. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Go on. You're the one talking about it. So.
Yeah, so I watched them a lot. Then the other person that I watched probably the same amount would probably be Captain Sparkles and the Minecraft Hunger Games stuff. I loved that
Yeah.
stuff as a kid.
It's crazy that the ones we remember are the ones that still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he
I
still
mean,
That's
posts Minecraft
crazy.
content. I'm like, dude, it's like I would die if I was still be doing the same video game like 10 years later.
well,
That's true.
Minecraft's fun. Minecraft's fun. You can do a lot of different things with Minecraft. So
Yeah.
it's the same game, but it's probably different every time.
I mean, when you live in a mansion and have multiple sports cars, I think
That's true.
Minecraft gets a little more bearable.
That's true, Reese. In normal, like human terms, like going to your 9 to 5, like you know what I mean? It's basically doing the same thing every day. So
Mhm.
That's
playing the
true.
same game every day, I feel like isn't that big of a deal.
That's true. Maybe I probably could do that then.
Yeah. I
Nope,
couldn't do
no,
it for
you're too weak.
fun, but if I had a Lambo, I could drive
That's
around.
true. Yeah.
Dang.
Honestly, I do catch Captain Sparkles every once in a while, but usually when he's talking about like YouTube news and stuff.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't really
Oh
follow him
man.
now.
But he still makes good content though, I think. Didn't he make like a video series playing like really old maps he used to play a long time ago?
I don't
You would know
know.
more. I have no idea.
Yeah, he like played the Dropper. Do you remember the Dropper?
Oh
Like when that
yeah.
came out?
I
Yeah, he
played
played
that.
that. Yeah, he played that Hero Brian's Mansion, which I remember playing that, and that was fun. Dude,
Oh,
Hero
I
Brian's
do remember
Mansion
what
was
you're talking
so
about.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
those are kind of fun.
it's kind of funny to me how there are people out there who can make like maps and stuff for games that are actually better than like a game that like an independent studio like releases on their own. Like
Yeah,
it's kind
that's
of
true.
insane to me. Like another YouTuber I kind of watched when I was younger and I still watch is 8-Bit Ryan. You know those you probably don't know him. He's like
Mm-mm.
British.
No.
But yeah, I used to watch his content. He used to make a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's like theory videos and stuff. He like
Gotcha.
stopped doing that, but he still plays a ton of horror games. And he played this
Oh yeah.
one like horror game on Roblox. And it's like when you hear that, it's like this crap probably looks awful, but it like genuinely is animated really well. It doesn't even look like Roblox.
Yeah,
It's
no.
like, what are those guys doing? Like I just can't like Minecraft maps. Some of the Minecraft maps that I've played are just like insane in quality, and I don't understand why. Like they're made for free. No one's paying these guys to do anything.
Mhm.
You know? I don't know. It's just it's kind of weird to me, but
Yeah, that's like me and Drew, my roommate, for anyone who doesn't know, is we had a really long discussion about how NFTs have ruined like the metaverse. Because you know how Roblox, Gmod, and stuff like that, it's basically an engine that you can modify to your like liking.
hmm
That's why Roblox, some games in Roblox look amazing. And I was like, oh, the metaverse could be like that, but for VR. But instead, we have celebrities buying land on the internet.
yeah,
I was like, we could have had like Ready Player One type stuff, or at least video games in the metaverse. But instead, we got people buying NFTs, but lamer.
That'd be
Oh
yeah.
man, that makes me so mad.
It's just free games made out of passion don't make money, Brian.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
you know, there's not really a business side to it.
Yeah.
So you know,
When
people
you
aren't.
when you buy
Yeah,
a
go on.
fake plot of land for a couple $1 million, it probably deters single developers from doing
Yeah.
anything. Uh,
Uh,
I'm
now
looking
you
through
just
my
got me
subscribers
surprised.
right now. Sorry, I'm looking through my subscribers right now. I have 524 people I'm subscribed to,
Oh my
and I
gosh.
What?
don't even know any of these people.
L-
500?
Little
Oh
Brian
my
was just subscribing to anyone.
Wait, that
bro.
is one thing. Have you noticed that YouTube sometimes subscribes you to people that you've only watched like one video of?
Oh, I
I've noticed that like my
Wait,
YouTube
what?
does that every once in a while, and I have to go unsubscribe because it's like on my For You page, and I'm like, who is this guy? And it turns out I'm subscribed to him. So
Really?
I wonder if that happened to you and you just didn't pay attention, so it just kept subscribing to new people
oh
over and over.
maybe because I'm subscribed to Jaden Animations, Boy in a Band,
Oh wow.
Jablinski Games. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
I think I'm
Dang.
subscribed to Jim Blinsky. But dude, Jane Animation and Boyna Band, those are old YouTubers that I
Yeah.
used to watch a long time ago.
Call Me Carson,
Ah,
Dolan Darkest. Oh my gosh. Hummus Man. Who the frick is Hummus Man? Who is this?
Random as
Oh
crap
my
people.
gosh. It's funny because a lot of these people are like kind of canceled. So
yeah, yeah, Boyna Band, didn't he get canceled because he harassed a bunch of women or something?
I
Yep.
think so. Just the
Jesus.
Yeah.
classic YouTuber. Ohm Wrecker. Oh my gosh.
Home Record. Yeah, he's the one that had like a huge falling out with the Vanos crew, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
The Pyro Cynical. Oh, if there was one YouTuber I watched religiously as a kid, it was. Do you know who Quibble Cop is?
You watch
Oh.
Quibble Cop?
When I was a kid,
What?
he was like my he was
Are
like
you
my
serious?
hero.
Dude, I remember watching because he had that trio with him, Jelly, and what was that guy, Slago Man or whatever? Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
remember those
watched
guys.
those videos, but I always thought Quibble Cop was so annoying. I would like wish he went
What do
away.
you do? What do you do?
No, he's just annoying. Well, as a kid, I thought he was annoying.
Like something would happen. No, his intro was him screaming at the top of his lungs and then going like, "Do it!" And then it kind of sucked.
Did he
Oh,
play
you know
video
what's
games then or something? Or
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
GTA 5, he played like just basically all those games that like I don't know, just like oh, we put a bike in the ocean GTA
Okay.
5 videos. Like
Oh
those kind
no.
of the type of videos
Yeah.
kids click on and then just
That's
keep
kid
watching.
content.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I was just about to say that. I'm looking at his thumbnails right now, and you would see the same stuff on YouTube Kids. It's
Oh
like
man.
one for one. Oh my gosh.
George, I want to know who you watched as a kid.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
oh yeah, okay. So, I guess yeah, you already said that because I was talking to my brother about this YouTuber. Did you know who Sam Gladiator was?
No.
He still makes content today, but he gets like 7,000 views. But the reason why I'm kind of embarrassed is because it was kind of like this is some cringy crap, but it's still I don't know because I saw some clips on Instagram of this crap and it still kind of made me laugh. So I wonder if it actually still holds up. But he used to do these retarded Minecraft role plays.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, he used to do these like he did like a FNAF like role play thing where he would just play with his friends and stuff. Um, and I don't know, I was just kind of thinking about it. Like it's super cringe. But again, I saw some clips on Instagram that made me laugh, so I was almost thinking of watching them like today or something just to see if they still hold up because I remember liking those a lot, but
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
these
know.
things are weird.
Yeah, they're weird as crap. What's interesting, you know, Grian?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Grian was in those. He made the maps, and he would like he was the third guy because it was Sam Gladiator TARDIS. I think that's how you say his name. And then it was Grian was like the background dude working on everything, which I find
Oh.
very interesting because Sam Gladiator and TARDIS, no one knows who they are now. And then you look at Grian, I think his last video got like 1 million views. Like he's a huge content
Dang.
creator now.
Sheesh. That is crazy.
Yeah, I just find that interesting that the dude that like was kind of in the background for those videos became like the most popular out of the trio, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't
Oh
know.
man.
But it was some cringe stuff, I'm not gonna lie.
Yandere High School
Yeah,
roleplay.
yeah. That's the clip I saw on Instagram. There's a clip of him. He's like talking to his friend and then they go into the school and he goes into the class and they have the teacher he hung himself so he's just hanging from the ceiling and like I think the way they did it, I think they had Grian build the everything and then they just kind of react to everything he's done. Like I don't even think they knew what was going to happen, so like when he sees the professor hanging he like actually gives a genuine like what the like I don't know. I was just like that still seems funny to me. I don't know if I,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, because I think the reason why it was so good is they didn't take themselves seriously. They would like point out how like random it is that people would get killed and they would still go to school. It's like, what? Like, we're still going to school after that? Okay, I guess. Yeah, sure. Like,
I
I don't
love
know.
stuff like that.
Yeah, but
It's-
that was the stuff I used to watch. Well, yeah. I feel like
I
I'm
can see
talking a
why
lot.
you think it's cringy because it kind of is.
It kind of is, yeah.
I think it's funny though, because like when you watch that stuff as a kid, you're like, oh yeah, this is what people like to watch. Like everyone watches this. Then you grow up and you're like, bruh, how could I
Well,
watch that?
maybe everyone did like watching it. You know, it's still got a ton of views. How many views does it have on his
Which
channel? It's like
one?
the most popular
Oh, let me go check.
since. Well, I'm actually at his channel now. Let me see.
Um,
19 million views.
Oh my
oh
gosh.
Yeah,
wow,
everyone did like that crap, dude.
Okay. Never mind.
holy
Anyone's just as
cow!
weird.
Yeah. Well, dude, we were kids, you know. We were
Oh,
kids.
that's the
I'm sorry
role
you
play
did.
one.
Yeah, that's the roleplay one. Yeah.
Ooh,
Goodness.
how much
No, no.
money is that? That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Maybe we should start doing that.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind getting a Lambo.
Honestly, though, I'm not gonna lie. I might watch that to see what he did, because if he got that many views from it, like, I mean, would you be
Must be
willing
doing
to throw
something
your
right.
soul away for
I
that? Yeah.
mean, we should do. I would probably want to die after, but we could do some really cringe content for
Tell you
YouTube
what.
That'd be
kids.
funny.
Tell you what. No, no. Okay, if we ever get, this is gonna be a contract, a verbal contract. Okay, years from now, if this actually becomes very popular, if we become a very popular channel, like let's reach 100,000 in the future.
Mhm.
At any point, if we reach that and someone reminds me that I said this on episode 3, we will make one episode of a Minecraft roleplay. How about that?
I'm so down.
High school role play.
High school roleplay, yeah.
No, it's got to be like a high school like you know those Barbie high school monster. Oh crap.
Oh no, no, no! I'm not doing that. Okay.
Dude, that'd be the worst though.
It
Oh
would be.
man.
Okay,
Ugh.
but that's the verbal contract. If we ever reach 100,000 and someone's like, "Didn't you say this in your third episode?" We have to do it. We have to.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
everyone agrees, right?
Okay.
Everyone agrees.
Yeah, I'm
In
fine
a
with that.
Man.
hypothetical. Okay. So you guys
Holy
better
crap.
subscribe. You guys better subscribe if you want to see a new Minecraft roleplay, I guess.
Oh
Oh
man.
no. I'm fairly certain that it's not gonna happen, but it's so funny that it might. And then like
There's a
3,
possibility.
4 years down the line, where he comes up, is like, hey, remember this?
Guess what we gotta do?
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
That's
I
so
wonder if,
funny.
because I'm saying this right now, because if I'm being completely honest, the percentage of us hitting like 100,000 is not that high.
Yeah, it's
Not great.
very slim.
Like, I'm saying this with the mindset that, like, yeah, well, it's probably never gonna happen, but just in
Yeah.
case it does, you never know, you know.
Give it a
It,
shot.
it's always like those packs in movies you see, like, oh, if we do this and it succeeds, we're gonna not backstab each other, right? And then they find the money and the treasure, or whatever, and then they all kill each other or something.
Yeah.
Oh
Anyway,
man.
Reese, you're lame though. So you didn't watch anything as a kid though? You just watched like football highlights and that's
His
it?
parents didn't let him.
Yeah, my parents are very like there's pornography on YouTube and you're gonna get hooked in, so I
That's
was
true. There is stuff on YouTube.
which they weren't wrong, but it was like my internet access was very limited as a child.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's kind of interesting. Would you let your kids have internet access? Like at what age do you think would be optimal?
I would hope
Ooh.
in the future someone makes a great app or like a great phone for younger kids on the internet. But if there's nothing like that in the future, probably not until they're like 12 or something.
Yeah.
I think that's too early, honestly.
Really?
I think what I would do is probably like here's the thing. I'm like trying to think back. to what I used to watch. And the main reason why I didn't watch like YouTube as a kid too much was because we literally just didn't have like a computer good enough to have like YouTube. Like we had a really crappy computer, I remember.
Hmm.
But that was it. And I liked playing. I had like a Super NES that I used to have, so I just preferred playing that over just computer. You know what I mean? But
Really?
yeah, so technically I had what do you say, unsupervised internet access
Uh,
because my parents didn't care every single time I went on the computer, which is kind of interesting to think. In like an alternate universe, I like went on 4chan or some crap.
you
But
became the worst like nightmare.
You're an
yeah,
incel.
but yeah, but I think as a kid, I would just my friends in elementary school would tell me to like watch something, and then I would watch that specific video, and then I would play my Super NES. You know, so I wonder if that kind of like, oh, let's watch a cool video on YouTube, and then I let them watch like every once in a while a video on YouTube, and then no more YouTube. Like they don't get to choose what they watch. I kind of just like, hey, I think you would like to watch this, and then we watch it or something.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like, oh, that's another old channel I used to watch, Corridor Digital. I still watch some of their stuff today. But dude, those
Corridor
videos,
Digital?
you don't know who Corridor Digital is?
And you
I
watch a
think.
lot of YouTube.
I did. Well, like after
Oh,
I,
yeah, I know these guys.
yeah, they're so
Wait,
good. I watched all their videos as a kid.
wait, is it Corridor Digital or Corridor
Or
Crew?
it's just Corridor. Like I'm looking at their channel right now. It's just
Is it
Corridor.
like the yellow trapezoid or something? Well,
Trapezoid. Yeah.
trapezoid. Oh yeah, I love these guys.
Yeah, dude, all their old videos, I used to watch the crap out of them. My favorite one, like I'm looking through right now. Yeah, Real Rocket League, Ultimate Gun Game, dude.
I mean,
All
these
these
look cool.
Portal trick shots was my favorite thing to watch as a kid. I would watch that video like religiously every once in a while. Just be like, you know what? I'm gonna watch Portal trick shots, and I would just watch it. Like, and it was just so cool, you know. So like I don't know. I wouldn't want to take that away from my kid. You know, I still want him to see stuff like this. You know,
Hmm.
but at the same time, it's just the other crap that goes along with all this that I would not want them to see until they're like older. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
So
I would probably do like we're on there like, cause I do like a thing where like you have like a home computer and it'd be like in like a living room or something where all the family can see, and they could go on there and look things up on the internet or maybe go on YouTube, but like everyone could see what they're doing. So like, you know, if they start doing anything bad, I'll be able to know.
it's kind of funny because I wouldn't be if they were like looking up like videos like action movie things with like guns and stuff. I think I wouldn't care, but if I started seeing them like watch like commentary videos, I think I would actually care a little bit more. Like what is that guy saying? Like what is it? Is he's not spouting like some like some like bizarre takes on like politics or anything, right?
Not
He's not.
He's
see
not
white
being an internet
supremacists.
troll.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we cross it. But
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
These are the same people that did the D&D. They put themselves in their D&D world and like
yeah,
animated it.
Oh really?
I love
yeah,
that.
I'm gonna
dude.
have to check out that
Yeah, because they
video.
have the first season on YouTube, or not the first
Yeah.
season, the first like 2 episodes on YouTube, and I
Yeah.
watched those. But you have to pay to watch the rest, dude. They're already on
That's
season 2.
yeah. That's any D&D thing. They have a great first few episodes and they're like, "Hey, buy our stuff." It's like, "Oh my
I mean,
gosh."
I won't blame them if you
Oh
want,
no.
you know,
They put
make
so much
money.
effort into that. They deserve it, but I want it for free.
Yeah, yeah. We should do D&D stuff, by the way.
I would love that.
Okay,
As
Nice,
if
long
nice.
as you DM.
if we make 1 million subscribers, we will do a D&D role play video.
Oh
A
my
million?
gosh.
Dang.
If we hit 2 quadrillion subscribers, we'll start an OnlyFans too, guys.
Oh, did you see that? Like, OnlyFans is trying to become like more than just a horrible place to go. Like they've been paying UFC fighters to post their like um behind the scenes like training footage and like
What?
Ooh.
exercise regimens and stuff. Yeah, I think they
That's
hired or they paid Oliveira. They paid this
really?
fighter that I really like. Yeah, Billy Quarantello. I think they paid. Yeah, they've just been paying
Dang.
a ton of those UFC fighters to post their stuff. I know Israel Adesanya. He was on there too.
No
Yeah,
way. Is
yeah,
he?
yeah. He was
Jeez.
just posting his
Dang.
stuff. It's kind of funny though. He left because people kept asking him to do weird things, and he just got weirded out and he left. So
Send
Like
me
drop the deep pics.
yeah, send me your floor mat sweat, please.
no, it's kind of funny because if you go on the Instagram of those guys, like on the post where they announce that they're doing that, all the comments are just like, "Dude, I can't wait to see this guy naked." It's like, whoa, whoa. Like, yeah, I don't know, dude.
uh, like it's smart. I can see why they want it to be like Patreon, I guess. But
Yeah,
Patreon is also just basically porn, isn't it? Like I
yeah,
don't think
kind of.
most. I think all subscription services are usually just
I
lewd
think
and not
it's
safe
just
for work.
they like sold their soul, and then now they're trying to like get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just
I don't
like,
think they
dude,
can get
you
it
gotta
back.
accept. Yeah, you gotta accept the fact that this is just what you're gonna do. Like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean?
I feel
Like,
like
I. No,
as long
keep
as
going.
you go on to like OnlyFans, like log in. If you automatically see like just nudity, then I'm immediately getting off. But if you separate it somehow, like oh here's the dark corner, and then here's the normal corner, I would be fine with that.
Yeah, I think the main issue is like no one, because most of the like a lot of things that people get is because their friends recommend it and stuff. I
Yeah.
can't imagine myself being like, dude, I got OnlyFans. It's so much like I can't imagine doing that.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine me talking to
Uh,
like Drew or Grant or something? Just be like, dude, totally get OnlyFans. I got an account. I don't regret it at all. It's so great. Like, I'm not gonna say that crap. You
yeah,
know?
no.
So
Yeah, I think their brand image is just too strong as the porn place, porn
Yeah.
yeah.
Patreon place.
It's like Tumblr too. Have you seen Brandon Mulligan? That skit he did with the being the
Oh
Tumblr CEO?
yeah. Yeah, I love Brandon Mulligan, by the way.
It's
Side
like
note, but
what
anyways.
percent of our platform is porn? 9%? 90. 97.
Yeah.
97%.
Yeah, cause isn't
Tumblr.
that that's what happened to Tumblr, right? They like took all the you know content like that. They like removed it, and didn't it just die? It's like a dead kind of.
Probably.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
Man. It's like a worse version of Twitter at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And if you're a worse version of Twitter, you've done something horribly wrong.
That's rough.
Well,
That's rough.
yeah, just for software, like just for like their platform, it's way worse. But as for people, I don't know. It's kind of even 50-50.
That's true.
I think you
Well, I
lose
don't
brain
know.
cells when you sign up for a Twitter account.
Twitter's
I
an
want to get
awful
Twitter.
place, dude. I don't know.
I,
Every
I,
social media seems to be getting worse every day.
yeah.
Like I'm like I know I ragged on you, Reese, a little bit for deleting your Instagram, but
Uh-huh.
not gonna lie, like I love Instagram for like memes, and I watch a lot of MMA stuff, like news and stuff like that. But every once in a while, I just get like a post that's just like, why am I seeing this? Like, I don't want to see this crap, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Like I'm just scrolling through like my subscribers right now. The people I'm subscribed to, I mean, and the top ad it says we can't show you the full picture in an ad because it's like I think they're naked. And it's like
Oh
this
my
is on my
gosh.
YouTube.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. I just think
Social
everything's getting more sexualized and I don't like it.
yeah, that's why I'm worried about my future kid, dude. I don't want them like again like I don't want to be the type of parent that like is like a control freak, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, oh, I choose what content like for you to watch and stuff. I like
Yeah.
want them to see stuff because it's like a lot of the creativity I feel like I have now is because of random videos I watched on YouTube. But at the same time, it's just like you see some of this crap and it's just like okay, like like politically I lean right? But there was a point
Mhm.
where I watched like basically the only content I watched was like all these like super right like Steven Crowder, like
Oh no.
Ben
Uh,
Shapiro like shuts down SJW and stuff like that.
Me
And like
too.
again,
Me too.
yeah,
even
I think we've
though
all hit a point like that.
yeah, and like even though I still lean politically towards them, I can recognize that that was probably not the healthiest content to constantly digest over and over again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like politics is a very moral, like not morally gray, just a gray area. Like it shouldn't be like, oh, you're on team blue or team red. It shouldn't be
Yeah.
that. But when you watch videos like that, you get that mindset of like everyone who doesn't agree with me is an SJW. They're an awful human being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then
Like,
the algorithm doesn't help either because it just recommends the same stuff over and over to you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like if I saw a video of Steven Crowder and instead of immediately having a response to what they say and like shutting them up and interrupting them, and he just listened for like 5 minutes, I think I would be a much less confrontational person.
yeah.
There's
I
so
don't
much
know.
content that's just like Ben Shapiro the most because he talks really fast and he's really smart. He won't like have a second to take a breath. He'll just immediately go into this is why you're wrong.
Yeah, like I won't lie. I still watch some of his clips, but it's not his debate clips. I don't watch his debate stuff anymore
Mhm.
because I recognize that's not a fair. Like, if you really want to see ideas clash, watching a dude who's literally studied debate and knows what he's talking about, compared to some college like student who
Mhm.
just probably got out of their like English class like a couple minutes ago. Like, that's
Yeah.
not a clear
Yeah.
debate. Like, again, I
I
still listen to Ben Shapiro sometimes, but yeah, his debates are just not the best place to really get a feel for like
Mhm.
ideas, and stuff like that. I
I,
don't know.
I hate that college content, like the debate versus college, because like what? Like half these kids barely understand politics. Why are you debating them?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like I
I'm
know
not
for a
gonna lie though.
fact, if
Oh,
Ben Shapiro opened up a stall at SU, I would be like, I want to go talk to him. Then I'd get dookied on, and then I'll be like, this
Yep.
sucks.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like, I feel like that content now, I used to see it as like, oh, these are great arguments. Now I see it more as like, hey, do you want to see some guy just get destroyed like verbally? It's just like, it's kind of funny
Mhm.
now, but I shouldn't like. Basically, my point is, don't take those videos seriously. Like, get
Mhm.
some more. Like, you can laugh at people, I guess, if you like, because I like laughing at people. I'm a really evil person. Don't look up to me at all. But so if you want to do that, fair enough. You can watch those videos if you want. But as long as you recognize that these arguments are definitely probably not going to work on someone who's actually studied, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like maybe they will, but you just got to think about it a little bit more. And also, just don't get your own ideas. Don't just spew people's ideas that you
Mhm.
watch on the internet. Like, you do your research, figure out what you like and what you don't like, and just go from there.
Yeah. This might be ironic coming from me, but if you kept like this sounds like I'm insulting you, but if you kept your mouth shut more than you like spoke, I feel like most people would have a better understanding of what's going on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because like yeah, no, I had a thought, it just went away.
It
Wait,
disappeared.
no, like this is also ironic considering I feel like I'm talking way too much right now, but it's like
Yeah.
when
Let me
you
talk.
learn, yeah, no, shut up. When you learn to like kind of like concentrate your ideas in as few words as possible, like, yeah, it's kind of like what you said, people will understand you more
Mhm.
without actually like this guy's just spewing crap. Just,
Yeah.
you know whatever.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say too. Yeah, that's a good thing. Let's roll on to something else.
Yeah, we're getting too political, guys. Guys, this is a fun podcast, okay?
Yeah.
This is
Funny
we're
stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
role
want to
play
hear your lib
Minecraft.
chart views.
Yeah, yeah. Screw you, Reese. Reese is liberal, guys. Make fun of him in the comments.
Yeah,
He's a
gaslight him.
liberal. Screw Reese. That's why we don't let him talk, by the way, if anyone's complaining.
Holy crap.
Uh,
Okay, well, let's move on. Let's move on. I forget what the other topic I was. Oh, creepy videos. It's kind of in the same realm because creepy videos were something I used to watch a lot as a kid.
Mhm.
Probably even before I watched YouTube, like before I even like knew the concept of YouTubers. I used to I remember going to like older cousins' parties and they would like be on the computer and just be like, "Oh, come over here." Actually, those guys were jerks. Now that I think, why would
really?
they would have? I think I was like 9. What were they doing, showing me those videos? Anyways, that I just realized
That's
that.
so funny.
Yeah, yeah, because I remember. Uh, Maybe I should let you guys talk. What videos like creepypasta, like viral horror videos, did you guys watch when you were kids?
The one I have, wait, Reese, do you have any creepypasta things? Because you didn't really have much internet access.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I got nothing on this one. I didn't see anything as a kid.
Dang, Reese
Dang.
was made in a lab. I swear. What?
I
It's
was.
you. I feel like you turned out. You're such a good person. I don't know if that's because you had no internet access or because your parents are good teachers or something. I don't
Honestly,
know.
I have no idea either.
I
It
thought you
feels
were
like you're
saying.
an enigma.
I'm a unique, guys. I'm
Yeah.
special.
What were
If
you gonna
you guys
say?
didn't know, Reese didn't know what a boner was until like we explained it to him in like 8th grade.
Really? I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you weren't really part of our friend group. Yeah, Reese was like, "What is that, you guys?" And I think Grant and Talmadge sat him down and had to explain what it was. And it was like, yeah,
Uh,
we were like in. Wait,
Drew
what?
Drew made me yell it into the hallway like
Oh,
5 times before he'd tell me what it was.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
They bullied you. Holy crap.
Well, it wasn't our fault that he was so oblivious to everything. He literally didn't know anything.
You
Yeah.
guys
I
took
was an
advantage
innocent
of him.
child.
We did take advantage of Reese. I already told you this, Reese, but I remember the first time I met you, I thought you were being super ironic, how oblivious you were. And I was like, dude, this kid's so funny. And then I actually got to know you, and it's just like, no, he's actually just that oblivious. Like, what?
I learned nothing from my parents about
Oh
certain
man.
areas of life, which is fine. I turned out
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think you did. I think you did.
Well, a creepy pasta thing when I watched as a kid was obviously like Jeff the Killer.
Yeah.
But the one I wanted to bring up was like I think this is the video I watched when I was younger, but it's called the strangest security tape I've ever seen. And I don't remember it much, but I remember really liking it because it wasn't too scary, but it was like a thinking,
Interesting.
like it was super cool.
Okay.
But I thought Jeff the Killer was real too, so
Really?
take it with a
Have
grain
you
of salt.
have you read his actual creepypasta?
Not all of it.
I remember an internet historian made a video where he just read it, and it's like the worst written thing I think I've ever heard in my entire life.
Isn't it like he got I don't even remember it, dude. But
Because
I do remember it being dumb.
like the whole, I think, okay, this is just off memory. Obviously, I think it's been like a year since I listened to that video, but like I think the whole thing is that it's like a dude named Jeff moves into like a neighborhood,
Hmm.
and these kids bully him and his little brother. And then it all culminates in him getting in like a death battle with his bully at a birthday party or something. Like, and
I
then he
remember
gets like,
that.
yeah,
Oh
well,
my gosh, yeah,
he gets like
that's right.
chemicals on him. He gets chemicals put on him. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe this video is not the original. No, I think it is. Wait,
Oh,
let me
you're
look
right.
up.
You're right. I'm reading about it right now. You're right.
Yeah, it is. Okay, okay. Then yeah, because for a sec I was like, wait, is this like a fan fiction of the Jeff the Killer fan like creepypasta? But basically in the birthday party he gets a bunch of chemicals spilled on him while his bully and him fight, and he like has his face all white after that.
Mhm.
And then I think he like kills his whole family or some crap like that. That's it. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
It's
creepypasta.
like the end of it, his mom carves a smile into his face, and then he kills his parents.
I think as soon as he got like acid poured on his face, it starts taking a turn for like
Yeah.
unbelievably bad.
Well, I think the way they explain it is that like he gets tackled, so he hits the back of his head through like the shelf that has chemicals on it. So it's kind of
Oh.
like I think, but it's like it's something like that because he's like wakes up in the hospital and like his family's like you're a completely different person and he's like no I'm free or some crap like that. Like I don't know, but yeah, yeah that one sucked. Yeah, Jeff the Killer was only scary from the image. If I'm being completely honest, if that image
That's
didn't exist,
facts.
no one would care. No
If it
one would
was a
care.
normal MF like named Joe the murderous man, I don't think anyone would care.
Yeah, which is interesting. Did you hear about like Smile Dog and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Dude, all of those, like I haven't even like is there like a creepypasta like writing with Smile Dog or is it just the image?
I
Cuz
have no idea.
there are a
What's
couple
Smile Dog?
Smile Dog, it was like an image on someone like photoshopped like a human smile on a dog and they called it Smile Dog and that's it.
It,
I
Okay.
guess I guess it's creepy. Yeah,
yeah,
but
these things freaked me out more than it should have, bro.
yeah, dude.
Like,
But
the rake? I thought the rake was real.
what's the rake? I don't know what the rake is.
What? That's like the
No?
most famous one, I thought.
Really?
It's
What
like
is it? What is
it's just look up the rake and there's some goofy images.
it?
There's a movie made
What?
after it. What?
What if I get scared, Brian? Okay, I'm
It's
gonna look it up.
basically a humanoid dude that's all
Oh
pale.
yeah,
Yeah, do you remember
I've
that?
seen this.
Oh,
I've seen
that
this one
guy.
before.
I've seen this guy in like YouTube thumbnails.
Really?
Yeah, like cuz like Mr. Ballin?
No.
You don't know Mr. Ballin? Reese, have you watched Mr. Ballin?
No.
No. Oh, he makes
Mr.
like
Baller?
videos about like IRL, well, like kind of I don't know if they're actually true stories, but he just makes videos talking about like people dying and stuff, like or just like
It's pretty
stories, like
big. Yeah.
yeah, huge. Yeah, but I know he's had the rake as one of his thumbnails a couple
Yeah,
of
it's
times.
right here. Skinwalker sighting with the
Yep.
rake in the background. No way.
That's funny.
But yeah, he likes making those videos. Yeah, so I've seen the rake before. I didn't know that was an actual thing. I thought that was just like a random creepy image.
Yeah.
Story
Dude,
behind it or something?
I know. It's probably like a Slender Man type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I guess.
Just like he killed people. Oh my goodness. He killed people.
Is
Yeah,
Slenderman creepypasta?
I think so.
Kinda. I think I know do you know the origin story of Slenderman?
No,
All
definitely
in.
not.
So
No.
there was basically again, I don't know if this is the actual thing. I'm just some guy on the internet spewing crap. I could be wrong about all this, but I'm pretty sure there was like a Photoshop contest or some crap, and some guy's entry was just he would go into images and he would just Photoshop Slenderman into the background. You know,
Dang.
like he just made
Huh.
this creepy looking guy, and then he would just go to like images of kids playing in a playground, and in the forest in the background you can see Slenderman, and like, um, or was that it, or was it like, I think that's what it was. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, if you care enough, but I think that was the whole thing that started it, and then someone saw that and was like, "That's a cool concept," and they made the game, the Slenderman game.
The game it
Yeah,
looks
you know.
so
Oh,
bad right now.
The
there's a
Slenderman
game
game?
for it?
Yeah.
You don't
It's
know that you don't know about anything. Why do we even have you on this podcast? You can't even
All,
ask.
all I knew about the Slenderman is like that one court case or whatever where the girls killed that one of their
Oh
first
yeah.
Slenderman.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Thank goodness that chick survived. You know?
Oh yeah.
No, what,
That's
What?
dude, Slenderman's shoulders in the game, he's kind of built. Not gonna lie. He has broad shoulders, like
He's in
super
the
lanky,
gym.
but like, yeah, dude, his shoulders are huge.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
dude, my favorite memory of as of a child, like, or my childhood memory is me and my older cousin playing Slenderman.
Look at this. Look in the chat I just sent. Look how old the game looks.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's the image I'm
gosh.
looking at. Dude,
Oh my
did
gosh.
you ever actually play the game? Did you ever
Yeah, a
actually?
little bit.
Yeah, cause again, I played it with my older cousin. Um, I remember he was playing it. Again, something about my cousins. They always made me do creepy stuff. I don't know why. Cause he was like, dude, play this game. He played this game, and he had me play it for a little bit. And I remember what happened was I think we went to like some shack, and he teleports everywhere. So he was like in front
Right.
of us, and I flicked the mouse because obviously I got freaked out, and it was like right on his feet. He was like right behind us, and like so it was basically just his feet, and the image started like getting static. And I remember him and I like shouted so loud we woke up like the other like cousin that was sleeping in the room like next to us, and yeah, we just closed the game. We never touched it ever again, you know.
That's
At least he
so
got
funny.
at least he got scared, because now that I'm thinking about it, he just made me play it because he was too scared to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Yeah,
Is it just like a horror typical game then?
it's super simple. You just go around picking up notes on trees or buildings, and he gets more and more aggressive. Basically, if you look at him, your screen starts to like become staticky. So if you look at him for too long, you get a game over.
Okay.
So it's very simple. It's a super simple game. It
Mhm.
probably didn't take that long to make, honestly, but yeah.
Hmm,
I mean, it
Interesting.
is a game.
Yeah. That was like the first major horror game I think I watched as a kid.
Yeah, I think so too. There wasn't really anything else. Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe video game creepypastas. Do you know like Ben Drowned?
yeah. Those are scary.
Holy crap. It doesn't help that the like they didn't fake an image or anything. Like Ben Drowned, like his likeness is in the game of Ocarina of Time. You know what I mean?
Ew.
Yeah. Like that's the statue of Link when you play that one song or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just like someone just made a really creepy thing about it. I think those are like, as a kid, those were the creepypastas I found the worst. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Where
no.
like Slenderman, oh yeah, that's scary, but you have to actually go to some forest, like, or Jeff the Killer, he's like somewhere in Ohio or some crap, I don't know. But like Ben Drowned and Hero Brian, like those were games I played. You know what I mean?
Really?
Hero
Like,
Brian is
Here,
scary.
O'Brien.
yeah, yeah. No, but you know what I mean? Like they're not far away. As a kid, I
Yeah.
felt that. Like I just have to open up Minecraft and there's Hero Brian. Or I have to play Ocarina of Time and look, there's Ben Drowned. Like I think that's what made those creepypastas so terrifying,
Mhm.
you know?
You know, the plagiarized like Nintendo games and how they're terrifying when they find out you plagiarized their games.
Oh, you mean the anti-piracy measures where they like
Yeah.
put those creepy images on screen and stuff, just like you pirated the game. Screw you or something. I don't know.
Yeah. They're
What?
dude.
What?
Look, where's some of them are like actually creepy, bro.
Yeah.
And they're real
So
too. It's like
yeah, they're.
gross.
I like how Reese still has no idea what we're talking about. Probably.
Yeah, I really don't.
Rip, okay.
Reese, we can talk about MMA if you want. Leave Bryant out of it for a little bit.
No, it's fine. I wish I had more to contribute, but I don't.
Uh-huh.
So
Man, and
that's
you did
whatever.
research for this and everything. You said that you looked up a couple images. What
Well,
images
no,
did you look up?
I was just doing research on like what I watched as a kid. So I was trying to remember.
And then your answer was nothing. That was your answer for that. Uh,
I talked about Captain Sparkles and F2 and don't give me that, George. Don't give me that.
okay, okay.
Oh man.
We're gonna
What?
have to fire you after this episode, Reese, if you don't contribute more.
I don't contribute anymore.
All right, but what were you gonna say, Brian?
I don't know. I forgot. I'm
Oh,
forgetting a lot.
George.
Wow. Oh, we can talk about the fact that I played Last of Us 2.
Oh,
You
right.
did?
Yeah, I did. I played Last of Us 2.
How
Yeah.
was it?
Okay, so for context, I guess, because like two other people are gonna watch this. Like, I don't know. So me and Bryant have been talking about Last of Us 2 for a while, just talking about how much we don't like the ending, because it's like you don't kill the chick that killed Joel, right? That's like,
Wait, what? No.
That was the biggest spoiler. Oh my gosh.
George, you idiot!
oh,
Oh fuck.
mm,
Reese. You know what's funny about that? Is Talmadge in the same room as you when we were watching Last of Us the first episode? He told you that. He told everyone in the room that. And I tried to shut
Oh.
him up as quickly as possible. And he got mad at me.
Why? Why did Talmadge get?
mm.
Dude, I don't know. He has such a problem with spoiling it and then getting defensive when everyone gets mad at him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I had a Talmadge moment right there, because yeah, he's done that to me with like Attack on Titan and crap,
Oh,
Oh my
no.
gosh!
where he'll just say something and it's just like, oh yeah, everyone knew. I called him a retard, but it looks like I can see where he's coming from a little bit, because
We
I
should
didn't
have.
even think about it.
We should have
I
at
didn't
least
even.
had him leave the chat or something.
Okay,
Oh
well,
no! Well, cat's out of the bag now.
well, here's the thing. Here's the
I
thing,
saved
Reese.
you from Talmadge, but not from Jorge.
Okay, here's the thing. Yeah, the game sucks, so it's like maybe the show will be good. Maybe the show will be good. But the content that's out there right now, like I see what they were trying to do, it just doesn't work. It's like I don't know, dude. It's like
like,
well, keep
like
yeah,
me.
what?
Sorry, me and Drew and Talmadge, the one who almost spoiled it for Reese before this. We were having a conversation about like, oh well, it's actually like a good thing that Ellie doesn't murder, the people that killed Joel. And I was like, it's like, oh, revenge is never good. You're literally in a zombie apocalypse that has no cure. Everyone's gonna kill each other to survive. I don't care if revenge is like, oh, revenge is bad. Everyone's gonna
Mhm.
die. Shut up. My
Well,
favorite character just died, and you expect me not to be
yeah.
mad?
Yeah, makes sense.
No, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because obviously,
Bruh.
me and you, Brian, we got it spoiled before you even played the first Last of
Yeah.
Us. At least, Reese, at least you gotta feel good that like I didn't even play anything about the first Last of Us before
George.
it got spoiled to me and Brian. I know. I'm trying to make you feel better. I'm trying to make you feel better. Okay.
Oh man. He's such a
um.
cool character. I'm so sorry, Reese.
Yeah. No, but
It's
here's the thing.
fine.
I'll give him. I mean, I don't know if you want to quit now because we're gonna talk about like specifics.
Nah, at
So,
this point, if he, nah, it's fine.
okay, because here's the thing: is that like even though I knew he was gonna die, the way they do it, like I know people hated it, but it actually got me like real bad,
Mhm.
like really bad. Like his scene where that happens. I'm not gonna say specifics because I still want it to be somewhat shocking if Reese ever like if the show does it or
Mhm.
if he plays the game or anything like that. But it really got me. It's just it's one of the it's like I don't know how to say because it's not the fact that it like is dumb. It's just like I don't know what I'm saying. Like okay, so I think the main issue is whenever I see videos talking about it or whenever people talk about it, they talk about like broad terms. Like, "Oh, revenge is bad, this is why this ending had the perfect thing, but they don't actually talk about the specifics. If you actually play the game, it's so weirdly paced, and they do so many things that just don't matter. By the point you get to the point where it's them, fighting or whatever, I just felt apathy. I didn't even feel anything. I was just like, can we get this game over with? Which was like the weirdest thing, because I was expecting to feel like rage or some sort of like angry, like this sucks, dude. But like at the end, when the game ended, I felt nothing. It was like they really dropped the ball in the worst way possible. They like actually failed to make me feel anything, And I don't know if that's what it was going for, because I guess from Ellie's perspective, like that's probably what she's feeling, I guess. But like, I don't know.
I
It
don't
was
know.
just. I want to talk about specifics, Reese, and I
Yeah.
know you said you don't care, but you
Yeah,
will care.
you can go into it. I'm only gonna watch if it shows in the show. So
Yeah, it's kind of brutal that you felt nothing, because like psychologically you would rather be in pain than bored, so
Real.
technically they did the worst job possible.
That's what I'm saying, is like it's so weird because again, do you really want me to talk about specifics?
yeah, you're fine.
Okay. So when like Joel dies, like they lit a passion under me, right? Like, dude, I can't wait to like destroy all these guys, And I knew that later on they were gonna try humanizing them from Abby's perspective or whatever, and I was like, I didn't care. But here's the thing: they don't even do a good job of that. They really don't. Like, it's so weird. I was playing the game. The first guy you kill, Jordan, right? He has like 5 minutes in the game. Like Ellie's side and Abby's side, 5 minutes in total. They don't try
Dang.
anything with him. Like you see him during Joel's death scene, and then you see him obviously when Ellie kills him, and then you do the flashback from Abby's perspective. Abby talks to him once, and then he goes off and dies or whatever.
Yeah.
And every single character that was in that room gets no personality whatsoever. It's like it was like actually it was so interesting to me because again, I at least thought I was going to take some satisfaction in killing all these people, but they don't actually do anything with these people. So by the time you do actually kill them, which by the way, you don't even kill most of them. Tommy's there and he's killing some of them too. So by the time you actually get to kill a couple of them, you don't feel satisfied, but you don't feel sad. Like you don't feel sympathy. You don't feel anything. Like there's nothing to these kills. It's just kind of like,
Dang.
okay. Like, and so, like, again, there are parts of the game where it's like, dude, this could have been so good if it was in another game. Like, if I had to describe everything, I would say Ellie and Abby's sections are good games on their own, but when they get connected, it's not good. You know what I mean?
One thing
It,
that I thought they could do to fix it is just have you play as Abby and the enemy characters before any of this stuff happens, and do it like well.
yeah, because it's kind of interesting because, again, that's what I thought. But I realize now after playing it, you would have to severely do a huge rewrite for that to work. Because if you were just to switch them, like right now,
Uh,
the way they are, I feel like you wouldn't even gain any sympathy for the other people. They're just not written. They're not characters, in my opinion.
oh yeah, that's why I said
You know
like
what I mean?
do it better. Like I don't like
Yeah.
it's hard to be like, oh, just be better, because obviously they can't do that. But
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, make them humanize, like humanize them. Obviously, another major spoiler that I won't say, but like just have them have human experiences. Like
Hmm.
them having sex, like I don't know. That's not humanizing.
Dude, that scene was so weird, especially if you know the context of like the situation. Again, okay, I'm just gonna say crap because apparently Reese doesn't care. You can mute me. I don't
You're
feel
fine.
good. I already feel horrible.
You
I
should.
again, Reese. You know what? Is there a way I can deafen Reese without him actually? I'm
You're
going to
fine.
deafen it.
You can go ahead.
Okay, well, in the context of that scene, literally Owen is cheating on his girlfriend with Abby. His pregnant girlfriend who's like 8 months. Like, that's the context of that scene. So it's like, is that supposed to make me feel good about Owen? It's like, oh no, he was in love with Abby while he cheated on his girlfriend with her. Like, Like, what the heck? Like, that
Yeah.
doesn't make me feel like bad about killing. Like, it's so weird to me that that was a scene they like again. Like, I was worried that the game was gonna do a ton of cheesy things to make me feel sympathy for these characters, and they didn't even do that. They just did stuff that was just kind of like okay, like it's like
Yeah.
Manny. There's a character Manny. He's Mexican, which is funny because I'm Mexican and I hated him the most. I wanted him to die so badly, but he has a dad with arthritis that shows up in the beginning of the game, and then you never, or shows up in the beginning of Abby's section, and then you just never hear about his dad with arthritis ever again. It's just kind of like they just kind of throw him in there, like, oh, Manny has a dad with arthritis, and I'm like, oh, okay, like
Feel bad for him,
what?
guys, please.
Yeah, like it's so weird because I thought maybe if they showed more dynamic or something, like have Manny
Yeah.
talk to his dad, maybe we can understand a little bit more. But he literally, all they do with him is Manny's like, oh, my dad has arthritis. Do you think you could get some burritos for us real quick? And then you go grab a burritos, and then his dad is like, thank you for the burritos. Keep my son safe, and then you leave and you never see that guy ever again. So it's like, what was the point? Like, I don't understand what the point was,
That's
you
one
know?
thing most like TV shows, movies do really poorly is they have a goal in mind. And instead of doing it in a subtle way or more of a like an intelligent way, it's the same thing with when they have an agenda and they're trying to fill in as many like they're trying to be as politically as correct as possible. So they go, "Oh, here's a lesbian couple. Let's shove it down your
Yeah,
throat instead of them developing naturally." It's the same thing
Uh-huh.
with like The Last of Us. Oh, feel bad for this guy. His dad has arthritis. I'm gonna shove it down your throat instead of showing some like actual human dialogue between these two.
yeah. It's so no. That was also another thing. All of Ellie's friends don't get any development neither. You know,
Dang.
like his Ellie's love interest Dina. Like they have an interesting dynamic, I
Hmm.
guess. But it like I hate characters that are introduced as the love interest. Like that's their introduction. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, this is the character that our main character is in love with. Like that's their only purpose. Like and
Mhm.
Dina is one of those characters. It like so you don't really feel anything about like anything about her or like oh is Ellie and Dina's relationship going to like last or anything? It's like I don't really care. Like there's another character Jesse, who, by the way, that's another thing that I found extremely weird, is that so when you start the game, Dina, a week before the game starts, is dating Jesse, and then she breaks up with him, and then immediately gets with Ellie, and then again, spoiler, if someone wants to dip out, I'll tell you, Reese, I'll tell you when you can come back. You're not gonna add anything.
No, it's fine.
Reese, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm
No, go
serious.
ahead.
I'm
It's
dead serious. Okay, you know what? I'm
the
not
cool point
continuing.
of the story already got spoiled to me by
No,
Yeah.
someone.
but that's the
So
thing.
there's no point in trying to win anymore.
That's
I
the
would be
thing.
so mad if I were
I
you, Reese.
yeah, I would. It's just like
Yeah, George isn't my friend anymore, so
it's so interesting to me though, because I don't really care to watch the show, but I might actually watch season 2 if they do it on the second game,
Uh-huh.
because the game dropped the ball so badly that I wonder if the show actually will make it like good. You know what I mean?
I'm
Hmm.
sure it will.
Because it's just like I don't know, like I've never seen a game that had like like they had characters, they had things, and then they just dropped the ball. It was like like the gameplay was good, but when it comes to the story, it was like one of the worst experiences. I actually can say that it was one of the worst experiences I've had with the story in a long time. It was like
Dang.
it was so bad. Like I don't understand what they were trying to do. I remember there's a section like there's just I want to talk about this so badly because there's so many things about this game that it's like I understand what you were trying to do, but it's just like what was the point? Like can't you take a step back and just think about like I don't know. Like again, there's this part at the end of the game that like if it was in a story that was good, it would have been so good. It would have been so impactful, but the story just left you apathetic. So when that
Hmm.
scene finally happens, you're just kind of there being like, can this wrap up? so I can like go play another game. Like what is like it's
Yeah.
just so it makes me almost sad talking about it because it's like they had the chance to do something
Uh-huh.
really good, but they didn't do it. They dropped the
S-
ball.
So would you prefer if they just stopped after the first one?
Yes, absolutely. The first game's ending, I'm not going to say anything about that because it's one of the best. If the show even has like a percent of goodness when it came to the game's ending,
Uh-huh.
it's going to be an amazing ending for you
Mhm.
guys. Because I
Okay.
love the first game's ending.
Yeah.
It's so good. It leaves it ambiguous. It leaves it very like I just love it. It's one of my favorite game endings of all time. So
Ooh.
it's so good. I
Sure you don't
seriously.
want to spoil it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So
because
we can spoil the second game without fear because it sucks wiener, but we
yeah,
can't spoil anything from the first one because it's
I
such
will
a, it's
never
a great
spoil
game.
anything about the first game because again,
Fair, George.
when I learned about the spoilers of the second game, I still didn't know anything about the first game. So I am so glad I didn't look up anything about the first game because the first Last of Us is one of my favorite games of all time. Like the story is just so, like again, I don't know
Mhm.
what the show's like.
It's
Apparently the
it's
show's really
really good.
yeah, yeah. So even if it's a fraction as good as the first game, then
Mhm.
you're like the ending is just gonna be. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Danny
But
Danny played it and thought it was his top, like in the top 3 of his games, like
yeah,
favorites.
it's
Oh,
that good.
wow.
It's so good. It just sucks that the second game is
Yeah.
doo doo feces. It really sucks.
Wait, Reese, so how far are you in the episodes so far?
Just the ones I've watched at your guys' place, because right now I'm just gonna wait until the season ends.
Uh-huh.
Then I can just binge watch them all at once instead of having to wait for all of them to release.
Right. So, is it like the first or second episode you watched?
I watched the first and the second one.
Ah, shoot. Okay. Well, so I wanted to say right now that for me at least, there's a major theme throughout the show and the game that I've seen, and it's that there's no right sides. There's no one who's correct or
Hmm.
morally correct. That's why I'm so angry when people act like Joel deserved to die.
Yeah,
Everyone deserves to die. Shut
yeah.
up. Don't
No,
moral high road me, dude. It's a zombie apocalypse.
I think that's one of the worst things that the second game did is that they try and label what Joel did as bad, which kind of destroys everything about the first one. Again, I'm not
Mhm.
going to go into specifics,
Yeah.
but it's just so dumb to me because it's like they literally do cutscenes from the first game, but they make everything. Again, I'm not gonna say anything, but they paint it in a way so it's like Joel seems like erratic or something like that.
Mhm.
But if you like see why he did everything, it's just
Yeah.
like, dude, yeah, no one's a good guy. What are you talking about? But the second game tries to be like, actually, he was the bad guy. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? What are you
Yeah.
talking? I think that's the worst thing they did, honestly, because it's just like, I don't know. I get what they were trying to do, but it just feels like they had to bend so many things and shape so many things that by the time you get the finished product, it's like a warped version of what could be. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, no, makes sense.
Yeah. I just think that to be to choose the moral high ground when everyone's gonna die in the next 20 years anyway is so like you're not changing anything. You're not
Yeah.
doing anything good. There's not gonna be a second generation. Everyone's dead. And you're choosing to be the better person. So what?
Yeah. It doesn't help that so the last section before you fight Abby as Ellie, right?
Mhm.
You go through like a slave camp in California or some crap.
Uh-huh.
And as Ellie, you can set the slaves on fire with a Molotov cocktail. You can
What?
literally do that. Like you can just throw a Molotov at some dude who's tied up and just be like, "Have a good death." Like screw you. You know what I mean? You can brutally murder every single person in that building, and then you finally get to the ending, and Ellie's like, "I'm sorry, this isn't me." It's like, what? You just set some dude on fire whose only crime was being kidnapped. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's just,
Yeah.
it's
Too
kind of like,
wildy.
it's like a what do you call that? A ludo narrative. I think. don't even dissonance or something where like the
That's a big word.
narrative, yeah, it is a big, where the narrative does not fit with the gameplay. It's
That
like
makes sense.
it was one of the worst cases of that because it's like the ending of the game is like, oh look how Ellie has finally changed, and it's like, no, she didn't. She's done. Like I made her. It's like I don't understand. I just
This
don't
isn't
understand.
me. Then she absolutely curb stomps 50 random men in a street.
For real, you can go up to some dude with his friend in your arms and just slit his throat right in front of the dude, and then shoot him in the face, and then
This isn't me.
it's
That's
like
so weird.
it's like again, it's so funny because after everything I've said, the story's horrible, but the game is so much fun to play because of that. The gore mechanics, the shooting people and them screaming in torment is like, I mean, maybe I'm a
George, there's
psychopath, but
something
it's
wrong
really
with
satisfying.
you.
Yeah, no, but the gameplay is really fun. Like it's
Mhm.
actually kind of funny. If it ever goes on sale, Brian, I feel like you should still play it.
The second
It
one?
has the second one because
Yeah,
I
I
don't
should.
think. Because here's the thing: is that story-wise, it drops the ball terribly, but gameplay-wise, I was still having fun.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like
Is
the
it
stealth mechanics, everything was so nice. But
is it true that you have to fight for like the final battle? You have to be in Abby's shoes. You're in her perspective fighting
okay,
Ellie.
so
What?
that's the weird thing is that there's like two endings. They like it's so weird. I don't get why they did this because this is just pacing 101 that you don't do this, but they did it for some weird reason.
Mhm.
So basically, game starts out, you play as Ellie, you go through Ellie, and then on Seattle Day 3, there's a climax between Ellie and Abby in the theater. And then, before the climax actually happens, you go back to Abby, and you play through her through all those days, and then at the end of Abby's section, you finally do the climax at the theater. And at that climax, you play as Abby, beating the crap out of Ellie. For some weird reason, because I guess they would think that you would want to do that. I don't know why.
What?
So
What?
you literally beat Abby. I mean, you literally beat Ellie to the point where she's choking on her own blood, and then Dina comes in. Who keep in mind, I don't know if I mentioned this. Dina is like pregnant as well with Jesse's
Yeah, I
kid.
remember that.
Yeah, and Abby's literally gonna slit her throat, and then she doesn't. But then she leaves, and then it cuts to Ellie like I think it has to be like a year. It has to be a year later. She's on some random farm with Dina, with some random kid who's Dina's kid, I guess, named JJ or some crap.
Mhm.
And it's like a year later, and it literally feels like the end of the game. It literally feels like the game's gonna end. Because like they're not talking about Abby, they're not talking about anything. They're literally in some farm in like they're not even back in the settlement. They're just I don't know where the heck they are.
What the heck?
And then it literally feels like the end of the game. It literally does. They have a scene where you go on the tractor with JJ and you're looking out into the sunset. And I remember I was raging so hard. I was like, this can't be how it ends. And it doesn't end. Ellie gets PTSD, and then she has to explain to Dina that she still has to go fight Abby or something. And so Abby went to like Baja California and got caught by a bunch of slavers. So Ellie follows Abby to Baja California. Why am I saying Baja California? It's just California. I'm thinking of Old World Blues, Hearts of Iron, if anyone knows that. But
Nope.
besides that, yeah, I know. None of you guys know that. That's on my mind for some reason. But so you go to Santa Barbara, California, as Ellie, and then you go through and you kill all those people at that camp, and then that's when you finally fight Abby. And it's like the most useless thing I think I've ever seen in a game.
That
Like they
You
literally,
go through all that just not to kill her at the end? Like,
that is
dude,
the stupidest game
that
I've
is
ever
what?
heard.
for real. You literally play the whole game for the climax, and then the climax ends with Abby winning, and then they're like, and then Ellie's like, no, I have to go do it, and it's like, there's no new dynamic. Like, did anything change? Is there like a new reason why Ellie's chasing after Abby? No, it's the same from the beginning, except, and you would think, oh, maybe the outcome's different, right? Abby beat Ellie, so now Ellie beats Abby, and I guess Ellie does beat Abby, but nothing really changes. She lets Abby go, so it's just kind of like, what was the point of that
Yeah.
California section. Like, I don't understand why we did this. Like, there's no characters.
Yeah.
There's no, like, it. I
The
just don't get
dumbest
it.
thing, the dumbest thing I heard you say from this story is that you have to play as Abby, and you have to kick Ellie's ass
Yeah,
to the point where she almost dies.
she's
That
choking on her blood by the
literally
end of the scene. Yeah.
Ellie is your new favorite character, and you're about to murder them both, Joel and Ellie, and you have to say, "Oh no, this game's good. No, no, I really like this game."
It's so
That's
stupid.
so weird.
What monkey brain goes, "Oh, this game has such a deep meaning behind it"? No, it's just poorly written.
Dude, the emotions you're feeling was what I was feeling.
Holy
But they
crap,
don't
bro.
even like satisfy anything. It's so stupid. It's just like again, and the game will point at like, oh, you let Abby go, but in a way she lost everything too, right? Because you killed all her friends. But it's like I said, they don't humanize the friends at all. So you don't feel bad about killing these. You don't feel anything about killing these people. So it's just kind of like I don't understand the point. That was another thing I was gonna mention. Is I think one of the worst things about the game is that if you took Ellie's section from the beginning and Abby's section from the beginning, and let's say you made an alternate universe where Ellie doesn't exist, and you made an alternate universe where Abby doesn't exist, literally they're both sections. The two sections don't change at all. They don't
No, that's
interact at
dumb.
all. They literally don't do anything. Like if Ellie didn't exist, Abby's section, what she does in her little perspective, literally doesn't change. It's like so mind-boggling to me. You play as Ellie.
Dang.
Keep in mind, Abby works. She works for this faction called the Wolves, right? And the Wolves are at war with this other faction called the Scars. But Ellie's literally going through killing wolf outposts. And then you play as Abby, and no one talks about the fact that there's outposts. Like, the wolves are literally getting ready for war against the Scars. You would think that someone in the top ranks would be like, dude, I know we're getting ready for war. There's some chick killing our outposts out here. We should probably focus on that. They don't mention it at all. They don't mention it at all. Ellie's literally killing like 100 soldiers, and they don't mention it at all. No one mentions the fact that, like, we just, like, I don't, like, I'm so confused. It's like
You're
they
at a
didn't
loss
interact
of
at all.
words.
Like it was
Yeah.
so weird. I was playing as Abby. I was honestly waiting for the moment for someone to break to Abby like, "Hey, your friend." She doesn't even react to her friend's death. Did you know that? She doesn't even react to. No one tells her that Jordan's dead. No one tells her that Nora's dead. No one tells her that Leah's dead. No one tells her anything. The only deaths she reacts to are the last two ones, and she reacts to them barely. She barely reacts to them. She's sad, and then she gets a map of where Ellie is, and then she goes to the theater, and then that's where the climax happens. It's
That's
like
crazy.
it's insane to me. Like in her mind, that's the worst thing. Is that in Abby's mind, she doesn't even know that all of her friends are dead. She doesn't even know. She doesn't even care. It's the weirdest thing ever. I don't understand why they made the story the way it is. It's like I don't know. I hope the show does a better job. I feel like the show will do a better
Nah, they're
job.
gonna stay the same route, probably.
It's
That's why
made
I'm
by
not
the
gonna watch this season 2.
yeah, because Neil Druckmann was the director of this game, and he's still the director of the show, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Oh,
so something
that's a
tells me
bummer.
nothing's gonna change, because he wasn't the director of the first game. Did you know that?
I know, I did not
And
know
I
that.
think that's why the first game was so good, because that dude was not in charge.
It's got to
So
be so sad being like, "Oh, I'm coming in. This game got like everyone loved this game. It's almost like a perfect game. I'm coming in. I have a lot of on my shoulders, and then you drop the ball. It's got to be so depressing to be like, "Oh, I suck so much."
yeah, I like. I don't like Neil Druckmann. I really hope he makes the show season 2 way better. Because
Mhm.
if it's the exact same, if they do a carbon copy of what happened in in the game, it's gonna be really crap. I
Yeah.
just I
I'm
don't know.
looking up reviews for it, and of course, IGN gives it a 10 out of 10. Metacritic
Yeah.
gives it a 93%, and then
Oh
the
man.
reviews from normal people, it is split 50-50 between 5 stars and 1 stars, almost perfectly.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
Who knows? Maybe you'll like it, Reese. I don't know. I don't think you
Holy
will. I
crap.
feel like
Well,
you
not
wouldn't.
anymore. I just know how it ends, so there's no
Yeah.
point to it anymore.
It's so weird because it's so weird because again, me and Bryant literally talked about this. I literally knew how it end. I knew the spoilers, and it still managed to drop the ball. Because I remember I was playing it with my little brother, and I told him I'm gonna keep the biggest open mind ever. Like I have to.
Hmm.
And it's like just looking at it from a logical perspective, the game just dropped. They just did so many things that it's just like they had glimmers of good things. Like again,
Hmm.
like I said, if you played Ellie's section and Abby's section as two different games, like let's say alternate universe, it's not Ellie and Joel, it's Ellie and or it's like Miranda and Mike or some crap, right? And let's say Abby's a new character or whatever, and then you played that game would be an all right game. You know what I mean? It
Hmm.
would be all right. And if you made a game where instead of you're playing as Abby, you're playing as some random other chick with random new factions, but it's basically the same thing. Her section would be all right, but it's just when you connect the two, it's just logistically it just doesn't work. And then the last section, like the California section, is one of the worst written things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah,
So
Dang.
like
that does
it's
sound
just like
bad.
I don't
I'm
know. It's
scared if I play it that I'm gonna really like it.
I here's the thing is I've been criticizing it a lot, so I should probably give it some positives. There are some things. Well, it's like I said, there are sections of the game. The last cutscene of the game, even though at that point I was feeling really apathetic, like I didn't care at all. If you just take that cutscene, like by itself, it's a really well-made cutscene. There are sections where you play as Ellie, where you do like a flashback of you and Joel, and those sections were my favorite part of the game. It was so nice to see those two again. And it's just like there are positives. Ellie still acts like Ellie. She's just in a retarded story, so at least I
Mhm.
can give him that. I mean, by the end, she does some retarded things, but that's besides the point. For most of the game, I felt like Dina and Jesse didn't have any characterization. What it felt like was it felt like the developers made characterizations of these characters so they knew how they acted, they knew their backgrounds, and then they put them in the game without realizing that we don't know anything like that. So when you actually put them in the game, it feels like their motivations are just kind of like I have no idea, like because they're not badly written. Like Dina and Jesse are still in, like well they're not interesting, but they're good for what they're supposed to do. They're like okay, you know what I mean? It's like there's glimmers of well writtenness in the game, but it's just I don't know. It just
Mhm.
doesn't go together. I feel like I'm rambling too much. I don't like the game. That's the point. The game
Okay,
sucks.
okay.
It just sucks. I don't like it.
Give it
I'll
give it a star rating of 1 out of 5.
oh one out of five.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Can I put a zero?
Oh
What?
wow.
You can't
No,
do
no, 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 no,
that.
no. I'm saying is one of the things zero.
Sure.
Then I'll give it a one for gameplay because the gameplay was really good.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
It's just, yeah, dude, it was the most frustrating. Just like, I don't know. I just didn't like the game. I kind of wish I didn't bring this up because now all these emotions of just like, dude, how did you drop the ball that hard, guys? Like, it was one of the best first games of all time, and you dropped the ball. Like, guys, come on. Like, what is, I don't
What do
know.
you think? What do you think they could do to actually like make it better? Because I don't know what they could do.
They could probably do a similar thing, but I don't know. Like, for me, I guess just humanize the characters. Don't focus on the wolves or scars. That conflict is stupid and it doesn't go anywhere.
Hmm.
Oh, that's the thing I forgot to tell you guys. Is Abby kind of betrays the wolves at the end, which is like the dumbest thing because they put that over your head, like you killed all the wolves, so that's why you're fair with Abby. But if you actually look at it from Abby's perspective, she would have betrayed the wolves and probably killed all her friends anyways.
Holy
So
crap.
it
What
just makes
the
that
heck?
whole thing just useless because it's like this chick didn't care about them anyway. So
Hmm.
why are you trying to hold that over my head or something? Like it's so stupid. There's just so
One
many things.
thing, sorry, one thing that I would like to say is that like, if like the main theme you thought the second game was of like, oh, revenge is bad, that would have been a good theme if if Ellie was the bigger person. But Ellie's not the bigger person because she gets she gets dicked on by Abby. She loses. She
Yeah.
almost
For real.
dies. It's a
Yeah.
double revenge story, and then she's like, "Oh, nah, I'm too good for this." It's like
I
you
just
chose to do this 2 times in a row.
I just don't get why they did it. I just don't get why they did that last section because it's
Probably
like
got to be
there's
the worst
no.
decision ever made.
It honestly, it feels like a lot of the things they did were for set pieces and stuff. Like for
Mm,
instance, Jesse feels useless until you realize that Jesse had like Dina's pregnant because of Jesse, and then they kill off Jesse, and then at the end, or that one section where Dina and Ellie have the kid and they're on the tractor, it feels like unearned almost.
mhm.
And then like I had the sneaking suspicion that they introduced Jesse just so they could have the set piece of
Of the
like a
kid.
lesbian couple with a kid. Like I genuinely think they did that because Jesse gets no character development. He shows up out of nowhere, and it's just kind of like, oh, Jesse's here. Like I don't really care. And then he dies, and it's like I don't really care. What was the point of him? And then it's like, oh, Jesse had a kid with Dina, and it's like, are you? Did you guys do this for a set piece? Like, are you? I'm dead serious. I genuinely think that's what they did, and it makes me so sad because there's potential in all these characters. They
Mm.
just like it's just not good, you know?
That's what I was saying with like shoving stuff down your throat for a reason other than letting it happen naturally.
Real.
I like Dina and Ellie. They're a pretty cool couple, I guess. But it's just the fact that like, hey, lesbian couple with the baby. Ha 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 ha.
Real. It's just it's so weird because again, it feels like there should have been like a second game between the first and second or something. Like
Mm.
it feels like I'm missing out. Like
On something.
yeah, I don't I don't get it because it's just like the way Dina and Ellie talk. They have a lot of history. They mention one of Ellie's exes a lot, named Kat, and then Jesse shows up, and Jesse's like, "Do you remember that one time?" And it's like, "No, I don't. I don't know you. I don't know the one time we did this because I don't know who you are." You know, and it's just kind of like it makes me feel like again. I think that's my theory is that they had all these backstories for all these characters written so they knew what like Jesse's about. They knew what Dina's about. They knew about all of Abby's friends. They knew the circumstances in which Abby met her friends, in which Ellie met her friends. They like know all this. So when they put it in the game, like it's like if the player had known about all these things, it probably would have been well written, but the player doesn't know about all these things. So it just
Uh-huh.
comes off as really weird and just like I don't know who you are. Like I don't really care. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's I think the game just lacked a really clear focus. Cuz
Mhm.
at one point they're showing you flashbacks of all the amazing memories you had with Joel.
Yeah.
Why would they do that? There's
Yeah,
no point.
it's funny that you say that because those are my favorite sections, but I agree with you. They're literally useless. It's like
Yeah.
I don't get why we would need this. Oh
Yeah.
well, I guess. Wait, I'm trying to think because there is kind of an overarching story with those things, but I'm trying to
Mhm.
figure out. Oh well, I
Is
guess it.
Joel like trying to say is if Joel doesn't say throughout all those stories like, "Hey, revenge isn't good," I don't want to hear it.
No, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's because I think it explains that Ellie and Joel were not on the best terms when he died. So I guess it's kind of
Oh.
Huh.
like explaining why she feels the way she did to do all these things. But it kind of drops the ball there because if you really think about it, she didn't really do too much. Like again, like I wish I could go into all the deaths specifically. I think that was one of my main issues is that people keep pointing out how much of a psychopath Ellie is, and she kind of is, but I feel like a lot of the situations that she's put in are situations she would have killed regardless if she was there for revenge or not.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like for instance, when you kill Jordan, Jordan's not some random civilian who's like, "Please, Ellie, don't do this," and then she shoots him in the head or something. Jordan's literally about to kill Dina right in front of you
Uh-huh.
after kidnapping you two, and then Ellie kills her. But it's like if that wasn't Jordan, Ellie still would have done that. Like that wasn't out of revenge. That was out of oh
Yeah.
my girlfriend's about to die. Oh crap! Like you know what I mean? And it's just kind of like a lot of the deaths feel like that.
Mhm.
Where there's only one death that feels like psychotic, like Ellie lost herself, and that's with Nora. But it doesn't help that Nora acts like a complete loser beforehand. She makes fun of Joel, which made me not care at all. I was like, did you really make fun of Joel before? Like, because Ellie tortures Nora.
Okay.
That was the one
Ooh.
part of the game where I'm like, that's pretty brutal. But then again, Nora's like, one of the things she says before is like, oh, Joel died like a wimp, dude. I'm like, okay, screw you.
Uh,
I don't care anymore about you getting
we hate
tortured.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so weird. They literally, the one part where they actually could have made Nora sympathetic. Can you
Mhm.
imagine, like, if she actually was like, I'm so sorry what we did to Joel. Please forgive us. And then Ellie tortured her regardless?
Yeah.
It really would have felt like Ellie had
Mhm.
went into a dark place. You know what I mean? But they
Mhm.
don't do that. They make Nora like a loser, so you don't care. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, screw this chick. I hope you get tortured. And then she does. I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know. It's just like, again,
Yeah.
there are glimpses of a good game, but it's just not there. It's just not there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like again, there's zero right sides. If you're trying to kill me and then I get the upper hand and you start begging for your life, why
Oh,
would I
yeah.
feel sympathy for you? Why would I feel
Yeah.
sympathy? You just try to kill me. Why would I spare your life? Oh, you're a
Yeah.
bad person. No, you just try to kill me. Screw you.
Because here's the thing is that I tried not thinking like that when I played
Mhm.
the game. Because I recognize that that is just like a feeling I have about things in general. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? So I tried coming at it for a more open thing, but the issue is that it fails even if you don't think like that. Like, for instance, if you believe that Joel genuinely was a bad person, a lot of the things, like, I think one video I would highly recommend is Nakey Jakey's video. You know who Nakey Jakey is, right?
Nope.
No.
You've never watched. Okay, Brian, you have to watch his video on Last of Us 2, because he actually came from the perspective, because he didn't connect with Joel too much. Like, he still loves the first game,
Uh-huh.
but when they killed him off, he wasn't like crying or anything. Like, for me, I connected with Joel a lot. So I was like, I hate every single person. He didn't come at it that way. He was kind of like indifferent. He was
Mm.
just kind of like, and it still failed from his perspective. I feel like I'll probably just let you watch that video because
Uh-huh.
it explains that side of things. Like, I came from a very emotional standpoint, but he came from a more logical standpoint, and it still falls in that
Yeah.
regard as well. It's just not a well written game. Like,
Mhm.
it's not good. Anyways,
I feel like if you don't connect with Joel, if you don't like Joel or Ellie, there's no point in playing the games, right?
Yeah.
exactly. That's what he points out, is that, like, even if you think Joel is a meanie who deserves to die, then what's the point of, you don't feel the revenge thing, and then
Yeah.
they do all the rest of this crap, and then it's just kind of like, okay, like, again, like I felt at the end of the game, apathy. You don't feel anything.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, there's no
Yeah, no.
rage, there's no sadness, there's no nothing. You're just kind of like, okay, that was the game. Time to turn on funny filters. That's the one thing I'll give that game, is that
Mhm.
when you beat the game, there's an extras menu and you can turn on a ton of different filters and stuff. Like, there's a filter that makes everyone's like voice really high pitched and stuff, and it's
That's
pretty
funny.
funny. Like, you can make the game look like a Telltale game, which is pretty cool too.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
super cool.
yeah, it's so much fun. Like, a lot of the fun I had in this game was playing the gameplay, and then after I beat the game, I just played a couple stages with a ton of like filters turned on, so it was like literally like it was autistic, dude. But I had so much fun. Uh, Again, the
Yeah.
game is good for gameplay. Story wise, it infuriated me. It made me. Is that? Did I even say that right?
Yeah.
Infuriated.
Yeah.
It was just, it was not a good time. Honestly, I kind of wish I could go back in time and like not, like, you know what I mean? Just kind of
Yeah.
pretend that, oh, maybe it was a good game, but I never gave it a shot because now I know it sucked.
I think I'll reserve my judgment, even though everything I've said so far is like just crapping on it, because I do think it's a horrible game. But right
Mhm.
now, clean slate. I'm gonna play it one time, then see what I think.
I think I think you're a way more understanding person than I am, if I'm being completely honest. I feel like I'm pretty
Hmm.
harsh about things. So I think you might still gain, like, again, there are concepts in the game. Like, there's a character I haven't even mentioned, which there is
Mhm.
one aspect of that character that's kind of like weirdish a little bit to me. Like, in a post-apocalypse, why would anyone care about this? But that's besides the point. um, there is a character that I think was very well done, and I really like that character. So there are aspects of the game that are like maybe if you focus on that a lot, you might
Mhm.
actually enjoy like some sections of the game a lot more than I did. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh man, I just like it's kind of depressing, having such a
It is.
perfect first game, just
You're
not.
dropping the ball.
Yeah, just not deliver.
It's like I said, I would rather go into a world where I didn't play the second game. I would rather have some kind of like, you know what I mean? Like,
If you had the Men in Black memorize
yeah,
eraser thing, you would use it on
You
yourself.
you would use it.
yeah, I would because it's just like it was just like I don't know. At least without playing it, there's some kind of hope of like, okay, like I heard bad things about this game, but maybe it was good, and then I can just pretend that it was good without actually playing it. But then you play it, and then there's so many issues, and I guess you can delude yourself like some people.
Hmm.
Um, but it's just not well written. Like from an objective,
Okay.
I think objectively it's not well written. That's a contradictory statement. Saying
Hmm.
objectively, I think I won't. Whatever. Let's not think about that. But yeah. Anyways, I think we've been talking about this for a while now.
Yeah.
I don't know
Good amount.
anyone watching this podcast probably hasn't enjoyed this. They're
I
like, why are you
thoroughly
talking about a
enjoyed.
game that? Yeah, it's like, why are they talking about a game that came out 2 years ago? Like,
Oh
it
man,
doesn't even matter, I guess.
I thoroughly
But
enjoyed crapping on that game. So
yeah,
if anything, I had fun.
yeah. One of our co-hosts did not have fun today. But
Oh
It was fun listening
no.
to you be passionate about it. I don't
yeah,
know anything about
because
it, so
I really love writing. I really do. There's a reason why I want to try doing video essays because I really love writing, and it's just sucky to see them fall into so many traps that are just like I don't know. I don't want to say I can do a better job because who knows? Maybe I release the game and it's like Doom Eternal or some crap, and it doesn't even make any sense. Like I won't say I can do a better job, but it just feels like I don't know. Like come on, guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's besides the point. Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up.
Okay,
Um,
guys, hit that like and subscribe button.
yeah.
If we hit 10K likes, we'll I don't know. That's a joke
We'll
anyway.
we'll drop some feet pics.
No, Jorge will. We'll just watch.
Those is
yeah,
fun.
we'll do an OnlyFans and we'll put MMA content and stuff. You can see it has us train and stuff. You'll totally want to watch it for that.